Get ready to receive the knowledge. We know before you ask, because we are the real psychics of YouTube. Who are the real psychics of YouTube? What's the matter? Don't know because you're not psychic? That's okay. The real psychics of YouTube are psychic enough for all of you. This is where we answer questions before you even know what they are, and the answers will blow your mind. Get ready for another episode of The Real Psychics of YouTube. Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Real Psychics of YouTube. And as you know, I have gathered together some of the most masterful psychics on YouTube just for you. So let's welcome them in. Hello, Gerald. How are you?
I am well, all the better for being here. And I don't know about you, but like this background, all of these messages are exploding my mind. I haven't been able to sleep.
Yeah, same.
So, yes.
I think we're going to have a great show tonight, and I'm going to bring on our next fabulous psychic.
Wonderful.
Hello, Marina. Welcome back.
Hello. Thank you for having me back. It's always a pleasure.
Yes. Well,
it's love to join you guys. And I absolutely agree. The messages have been, I hope I can get to them all.
Oh my goodness. That's so great to hear. Okay. Well, without further ado, let me bring more of our psychics online.
Yes.
Hi, Val. How are you?
Well, I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. I had
Never mind. I already know how you are.
Oh, of course. I forget. How silly of me. I always get past that. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I know. I had a beautiful day at the spa today, so I am just refreshed and enlivened and just amazing. All right, and let's bring on our last psychic, Cleo. Hi, Cleo.
Cleo.
My ties.
Oh, you're a pool boy? I let mine rest for a New York minute, but I'm glad you have yours on duty. I mean, they are cousins, so.
Yes.
It's so great, isn't it? Our lifestyle is just kind of fabulous, I think.
It really is.
All right.
It really is.
Yeah. You can don't hate us because we're popular. Hate us because we're beautiful.
There you go. There you go. All the way. All right.
And I hope looking out my back window isn't distracting for people. I mean, I have beautiful roses in my garden, and it was just too nice. I wasn't going to be in the library, so.
Oh,
lovely.
So, yeah.
Lovely. I love your garden.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. It looks really beautiful and totally natural.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think we're going to jump right into the reading. So I'm going to just ask everyone to start pulling into their messages and getting ready for their readings. And I'm going to try something a little bit new tonight. I'm going to play the little segue video, and then I'll bring you guys on. I think we'll go in the order that I brought you online. So Gerald, Marina, Val, Cleo, and then me. And yeah, we'll just go like that. So the first one's going to be Gerald, and I'm just going to do real quick. I'm going to do my little thing here. Okay, Gerald, go ahead.
Well, I think what's really important, there's a bunch of people out there who are really and truly have this stick-to-itiveness. And you know who you are. You've been showing up, you've been doing the hard work. And here's the amazing thing is the hard work that you're doing is actually paying off. Because I have the Queen of Discs, which is you're going to get what it is that what you're working for. Your health is going to improve. Your finances are going to improve. The house staff are going to actually behave appropriately. The car is going to be perfect. So all of these things are coming true, because what's amazing is there's a few people out there who are trying to get you to change your mind. They got the Hanged Man, and what's happening is you're open to new information because you're very intelligent. I mean, you know that. I mean, but I'm psychic. I have to tell you the obvious stuff. You are truly, truly intelligent, and you need to remember to use that because, I mean, you've been persevering through all sorts of stuff. Keep the perspective. Don't stay just with your own perspective. Be willing to listen to other people. They may be wrong. I mean, you're usually right. That's okay. But listen to other people's perspectives. That's very important. So, and for those watching, does that make sense to you? You know who you are. So, there's that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you do know who you are. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Making people think.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Okay, so we'll do a little segue here, and then we'll go to Marina.
All righty. Somebody out there is starting a new relationship. And if not starting a new relationship, you are reinvesting in an old relationship to make it more fulfilling, more successful. But this is definitely a closer relationship. What you're doing is you are creating big love. You see the value in what this other person has to bring into your life, and you're going to invest what you need to in order to make that successful. It's funny that the next card that I got says, hold on, it says, into me I see. Now, you can say, yes, into me I see, I get to know myself, or you can read that as intimacy. That is getting closer, but making that relationship much, much stronger. This is something that you have worked for. You have put it out there into the ether with the sun. You've been manifesting this, you've been working on this, and it's like the universe has heard you. The universe is coming in and saying, all right, this is what you have wanted. And the Three of Wands brings it in. It says your ships have come in, your wishes have been granted. And your job going forward is to be the Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords. This is staying honest and true to who you are, knowing where your boundaries are, knowing that a relationship is something that you invest in. A relationship doesn't happen on its own. It requires work, and you are fully prepared to put that work in. So for those of you that are starting something new, this is going to be very, very exciting. I am thrilled for you. That's what I've got.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful reading. Great. Okay, so let's move on to Val, and I'm just going to play a little segue here so that we can get into a different energy.
So some of you are feeling the need to let go of the past and those memories and situations that happened to you as a child with your father. Things that may have caused pain, things that may bring up nostalgia. This is a space in time that you have created to let go of the past. And you are being asked by your guides to lighten up and allow this to flow through you, feeling all the feelings, but letting it go. Even writing a letter to your inner child about that situation. Let it all out. Journal it and write it down and release it. It is there for you to let go and allow it to happen. The change that you have asked for is on its way. It is coming. In fact, it is already here because you're putting your creative energy into action. There are synchronicities that are coming to you. Beautiful, beautiful things that are going to show you that spirit is working with you every moment. You're going to go, oh my gosh, look at that. And you'll know this is a real thing. Divine law is what you apply as you put your energy into creative action. And finally, the cardinal directions. This is about you flowing out into all directions, almost shamanistic energies, and even multi-dimensional in how far you flow with your energies. But remember, that is the change that is coming that you asked for. It's here. So embrace it and let go of those old things through your journaling that you need to get rid of, or let's just say purge, so that you don't go back and revisit it over and over again. You can be in the now moment, present, bringing forward what you're here to do. So thank you for listening to this message.
Oh, that was beautiful, Val.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you.
Okay, and here we go with our little video segue here, and then.
Wow. Well, first of all, I am feeling such good vibrations from everybody in the chat section. It's just overwhelming today. And it goes right along with what I want to talk about. Somebody over there has been giving of their time, giving a helping hand, maybe even giving money, but giving to other people. And by doing that, you automatically create a good vibe for yourself, good energy for yourself. And there's definitely many people out there that are givers. Way to go, you guys, because you're really bringing on good things for yourself. One thing you might want to do for the givers is kind of refocus on certain things, but that doesn't change what you've been doing for other people. But you might, in other areas of your life, you might have been focusing on something that's not working anymore. But still, going back to the giving's the biggest part of this reading. And it results in miracles. You've got all of you that you know who I'm talking to. You're feeling there's miracles all around you, and they continue to happen. And I think that maybe that's what the focus card is about, that when you refocus things, you'll be able to see better these miracles that are crossing your path all the time. And so keep up the good work, keep giving to others because it's working for you, and enjoy all those great miracles that are surrounding you.
Yeah. So true.
I love that.
Great. That was really great. All right, so I need a little segue too, so we'll just do this one again. Okay. So, for the people that I'm reading for, you have been working really hard and you're really good at what you do. And I think your higher self and your guides want you to know that the payoff is coming, that you are going to be rewarded very soon and acknowledged, given accolades, given recognition, maybe even a promotion of some kind. But the world in general, and especially the people around you, are going to be recognizing all the hard work that you've been doing. And I don't know if there's any kind of like prize or anything for it, but it's really, really good. In addition, you also have the chance to start a new relationship. And this may be someone who's somehow affiliated with the work you're doing, or maybe it's just somebody that you meet and the universe just plops them down in your path. But there's a lot of very, very good things coming to you. And you're going to feel like, finally, I really got this. But I need you to be a little bit careful. I need you to be careful that because of the hard work that you've done and all the things that you're being lauded for, that you don't succumb to something that doesn't have the highest value system attached to it. So just be careful. There are temptations that will be thrown in your path. There may also be setbacks. And anytime you're on a journey, it doesn't go in a straight line. There's always, little deviations, little detours here and there. And that's what's going to be coming up for you. But the detour is going to be a pretty big one. So I want you to just keep your eye on the ball, keep your eye on what your real desires are. If you really do want to be in a loving relationship, then focus on being in that loving relationship and being loving. And also focus on loving yourself for all of the work that you've done and all of the things that you've accomplished, because I think you do have a good service heart. That's what I'm seeing is the contrast here. Now, in the end, you could really end up with a great reward. So as long as you keep yourself grounded and don't get too carried away with how great you are, if you just try to, kind of keep yourself feet on the ground, I think you'll be okay. There is also an oracle card here that I picked, expect the unexpected. So if you keep that as kind of your mantra, like, I don't know, I'm just going to expect the unexpected, that might help you to not be looking around every corner with an expectation of whatever the reward is going to be. And that might help you keep yourself grounded and keep yourself on a more even keel, so that if something really tempting comes along that would be way too I don't know, that might be bad for you in some way, then you'll be able to resist that. If you're just really keeping an open heart and saying to yourself, I'm just going to expect the unexpected. This will also allow you to get the gifts that are coming to you, to get rewarded, to be recognized, etc. But it also helps kind of head off that little detour that could take you into an area that's not really good for you. So that's what the reading is for you. Okay, so we got around. Gerald, you did first, right?
Yes,
okay.
I did.
All right. That's what I thought. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to invite people in the chat to put in a yes/no question. Okay.
So I already get a yes/no answer to it's going to be really hot in Vermont. That's a yes. It's going to be very hot.
Yeah.
That was a question, but
All right.
well,
All right.
agrees.
Okay, so let's see. I think we've starred.
There are a few other questions starred just to capture them, but the yes or no ones are just down there at the end. But you already knew that. Why am I wasting my breath, Colleen? I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Sheesh.
It's okay. Okay. So do you want? We want to just take one person each. Take one of the yes/no questions, starting at the top of the starred questions, and we'll just go round robin with everybody just giving a yes/no.
Sounds perfect.
Start with Leah and Gerald. We'll just go ahead and start with you.
All right. Leah, may I ask if a custom cake business will be profitable? Yes. But you need to use your smarts about it. You need to check all of the I got justice, which tells me make sure that you are doing everything the way that it's supposed to be done in the area that you live. But I also have it's going to be it's the Four of Pentacles. It's going to take a bit for it to start earning some money. Yes, legal issues. But again, I have the Queen of Pentacles. This may be the card for the day. The Queen of Pentacles, yeah, she can make that happen. She can absolutely make that happen, Leah. So there you go.
Great. Okay, and Marina, I'm going to give you this one from Mary Lloyd.
Absolutely. And will you need to get a part-time job before year end? Yes, Mary, you will. It's going to this is going to require you to really kind of use a lot of the resources that you had thought you were never going to use again, and they're coming to the forefront. So this is it feels like a position where you are in authority, and you're sort of almost delegating more than anything else. So I need you to remember that you are the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Fire is just absolutely fantastic. She's got it going on. She knows what she's doing. She knows how she's going to get there. She's got all the key people that she needs that are in place around her. And she uses wit, charm, and intelligence to move forward to get what it is that she wants. And in this position, I think that you're going to be, it feels like you're brought into an existing position that maybe someone else holds right now. It's not going to work out, and I think they're going to bring you in. And there might be a few little things in the beginning with the Seven of Fire, the Seven of Wands, where you might need to stand your ground in terms of someone saying, well, when so-and-so did this or had this position, this is the way they did it and whatnot. Just remember to be kind and say, well, isn't that wonderful? Thank you very much for sharing that with me. We're going to go this route right now. So ultimately, everything works out, and it's shining through for you. I think, yes, you will need to get a part-time job, but I think this one is going to just land in your lap. So
nice.
That is the case for you. Yeah, it feels like it is. Yeah.
Great. Okay, and Val, I'm going to give you Connie B's question.
Okay, so Connie, right away, I get the Strength card, which is a yes. And another yes, the Empress. So sit there and nurture yourself. Know that you made a very wise decision for yourself. Next, I even have the 10 of Cups. So this is really acknowledging you've made a good decision. And there's more yeses. The only no that I get is about you being in this doubtful mind script. Don't go back to that, because you are the Queen of Wands. And this energy of doubt of anything is a feeling of lack or a feeling of not being able to do this. But you have complete yeses on your side. Don't doubt yourself. Know that you have the power to make these powerful decisions for yourself. When times get a little rough, don't go to that doubt or worry. Because you have that ability. Here's the Emperor. You have the ability to control the situation and understand how to work with everything, whether it's monetarily or in any way, shape, or form. You'll notice the first card was the Strength card. Believe that in yourself and know it to be true. Just be the Empress, that beautiful, nurturing energy. And, that will keep you out of that doubt. So thank you, Connie B, for that question.
I love that. I love that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Full on, yes.
Yeah.
All right. And Cleo, I'm giving you Krista K.
Okay. Well, Krista, should you stay with your current work team? You know what? They need you, and you are a big asset to the team. However, I kind of think you're either like overqualified or getting a little bit bored, or you're missing the challenge that maybe you used to have with the team. So my answer is the choice is up to you, but if it's something that's bringing you down, you might want to move on. However, I mean, they're really depending on your input, and whether you know that or not. And they really respect what you have to offer to the team. So on one hand, yeah, maybe you should stay. On the other hand, if it's bringing you down, maybe you shouldn't. But then again, if the challenge isn't there anymore and you're losing interest, then in the end, you won't probably, I was going to say you won't be able to add much to the team. On the other hand, I don't see that with you. You're the type of person that if you're there and if you're contributing, you're going to do 100% for them. So, you know what? Stay with the team for a while. That's what I'm getting. Stay with the team. You do a great job. And maybe you don't always feel appreciated, or maybe you don't even believe that they're thinking that way, but they are. And they need you on the team.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the question, and thank you for the reading, Cleo. All right. I'm going to do Allie Crafts. And what I get for you, Allie, is yes, your health is going to be good. And I got a happiness card from the oracles for you, which is always good. We're usually pretty happy when we feel good. And I also got the eagle, which is spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realms. So while you're healing, if you're going through something where you need to heal, definitely tap in and ask your angels for some assistance not only in your health, but in all areas of your life that you think you need health or help. So yeah, I think you're going to be doing fine. Okay. And Gerald, we'll give you Carrie G.
Okay. Carrie G, you have a better relationship with your middle daughter. Well, part of it is, Carrie G, is she's a bit, for entertainment purposes only, she's a bit hot-headed and temperamental. So she is, she's expecting things she's expecting you to do things, but she's not telling you what she expects you to do. So when you don't do them, she gets upset and frustrated, and that does not allow her to communicate. What I'm feeling for you is change your tactic. Reach out as you would with your other children, and check in with them with expecting nothing specific in return, just to let them know that you're thinking about them, something along those lines. Better is a challenging word, because what would be better today may not be better tomorrow. But I have two aces. I have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. This is definitely the start of something new, and new way of thinking and new action. So I encourage you to just check in, see how things are going, keep it simple, and then allow that connection to strengthen, is what I have for you. So thank you very much for asking the question. And I know it's really hard to not have the relationship that you want. And I know you're working at it. So don't forget to remember to keep yourself healthy, so that you can keep things. God, why? I mean, the health is an important thing. I'm not sure why. It's just pay attention. Don't let your emotions interfere with you being healthy. So
Okay.
I appreciate the question.
Okay, great. And if I can impose on you, Marina, to handle Sea Dreamer.
Absolutely. He can have his old job back if that is what he wants. I start off with the Page of Water, which is the Page of Cups, and this is about it, being a little maybe oversensitive, being intuitive, whatnot. I would ask him how he feels. How does he feel? If he feels that he's going to get that job back, then yes, absolutely go with that, because things are they're changing in that work environment. There's the World card suggests that there's a lot of things that he was able to accomplish, things that he was able to do that were viewed very well by the people that he worked with. And along with that, I also get the King of Air, which is the King of Swords. And this is the knowledge and the knowledge that he brings to the position. But not only that, he's very respected, or he was very respected when he did the job. He did a good job. So if he wants that job back, I think he's going to have to let them know that he wants that job back. So don't tell him not to be afraid to be a little determined, and to kind of put his foot forward. It's not going to count against him. And if he's just going to sit back and wait for them to come knocking on his door, it may not necessarily happen, because they might think that he's not interested. So he has to let them know that he is interested in getting his old job back. If that's what he wants, that's what he's going to get. There you go.
Okay, great. And Val, I'm going to give you Amanda Carroll.
So Amanda, I don't know if you're going to California for purposes of being with other family members or connecting with someone, but there is a toxicity involved in relationships, addiction or self-deception. So a little bit of ego, a whole bunch of things happening there. So this is a caveat. You got the rest are yes cards. The devil is a no card. But here's the thing. This is what your guides want you to know. Whoever you're going to is very needy, or it's a situation that you'll find yourself in where you will be giving of yourself inordinately to someone who is a dreamer or sort of indolent, not really someone you need in your life, because they're asking you to go for a fresh start. Make sure your reason for going is get yourself set in your mind about what your goals are. They want you to connect with meaningful people. And also, if you do that, you will be successful in what you bring forward in your life. And just persevere through it. Persevere through it, and you will be fine. But remember, the caveat is don't get yourself hooked up to people who are not going to be give and take at the same level you are. This is important. And this can happen anywhere. So it's not a no to California. It's a caveat. Yes, go and have that in your mind to give yourself equal relationships with people and situations. So thank you for that.
Okay. And Cleo, we give you Karen Doyle.
Okay. Well, Karen, I do see you working at the fair next year. However, I do see that there's a little interference. I think some things are going to, you need to really, when you decide to do this, and you need to plan it out well about how to organize your time, because something else will be coming up around that same time, and you'll be thinking, I don't know if I should do this or if I should do this other thing. And that's going to be totally up to you, because you definitely have to devote a certain amount of time to the fair, and this other stuff in your life that comes up requires you to spend time on that. But in all, I do see you ending up at the fair. So yeah, you're probably going to be working at the fair next year, but just be ready to be just a little more organized than you really have to plan things out, because you're gonna have it's gonna be a time crunch of just how much time can you devote to one thing or another. But I see you do pretty good at multitasking, and yeah, and I think that working at the fair, I think you really enjoy that kind of a thing, and you like being around all the festivities, and it's fun at the fair, right? And so I do see you working at the fair, but yeah, just be ready to, if you're very organized, it won't be a big mess. I don't see it being a big mess working at the fair, but just the timing for yourself and what's going on in your life at the time. So I hope that answers it.
Yes.
Great. Okay, and I'm going to take Heavenly Blessed Honey. So you want to know if we see you doing something on YouTube? Yes, I do. You should do something on YouTube. But the cards that I pulled also say that you should be in a partnership with someone. So think carefully about joining forces with another person, and you and that other person start a YouTube channel together. It is really going to change your life doing something on YouTube. It's a learning experience at first, but yeah, you should do it. And the partnership cards come up over and over in what I pulled out for you. So the partnership that you start, it's going to be a lovely relationship as well as a good partnership. You both bring real intelligence to the partnership. So I don't think there's any, it's not a matter of, oh, I don't know how to do it, so I need somebody to lean on kind of partnership. It's more of a, hey, this would be really fun if we joined forces and did this together. And that's what you want to do. I think it's going to come about pretty quickly. Partnership, partnership, partnership. Very important. And the final card that you get is success. Go for it. Go for it. Okay. So we got around the circle again, and we still have a few left. I think we need a little segue video. Oh, wait, let me get rid of that other comment. Okay, so we're going to do a little. Okay. So now we'd like to play a little bit different game on the Real Psychics of YouTube. I know that some of you have already put your questions in, but what I'd like you to do is tell us who you would like to get a reading from, and pick one of our names, and ask us. You can say something like a yes/no question, or just give us a topic. They're going to be short readings because we're already at 40 minutes, but we can do at least one round of readings, if not two. So if everybody could put that into the comments, that would be great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, and this is where everybody can get really excited, like this guy, about the opportunity to ask specifically for one of the amazing readers to read for them. And because we know that that's what you're doing at home.
Okay, I see one there for Cleo. Well, Cleo, you're the only one so far that's got one, so I'm going to just let you go ahead and start your reading. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, where's the question?
Here we go.
Okay, we got to go back to her question.
Oh, her question is somewhere else?
There it is. There it is. In the starred section, you've got Rossi's got a question. Are the changes to my job going to be beneficial to me and my career?
Okay.
Just give me just 1 second here.
Okay, and in the meantime.
Oh. Yeah, no, this is good. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yes, the changes to your job are going to be beneficial to you, because I see abundance right off. That was the first card I pulled. And obviously that's going to be good for your career as well. And I think it, whatever changes are happening, it might be something that either makes the job easier or makes it more interesting for you. So yeah, just embrace this. That's the other thing I get. Embrace this, the changes in your job, and it is going to be beneficial. And I see abundance happening because of that. I don't know if it's because you're learning something new that you could use actually in another job as well. But something is very positive about doing that change. And so I would embrace it and go for it. And it will be positive, and it'll pay off. In the end, it's going to pay off. More money. Yay.
Hey, great. So let's go back up here.
More money is good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's difficult to have money, isn't it? But we do our best.
Okay, so let's take that off and hide that. How can I get this off? There we go. Current thing. Okay. All right. This is getting a little bit difficult because people have put questions in, and then when I asked for readers' names, all they said was the readers' names. That's too much work for us to do. Please connect your question to the reader that you want us to do. We'll try to make hay out of the ones we have, but this is like all I'm seeing in the stars are just questions. I'm not seeing stars yet that say, oh, here.
They're down lower.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to have to start at the bottom of the list. I'm sorry for people, but I don't know what else to do. Okay. Gerald, you've got a fan who wants a reading.
Got a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
Rooted Willow readings. Will I end up back in Columbia, South Carolina? Yes, but you're going to have to be willing to let some things go that are keeping you where you are currently. Because there's some things that you've been working on, and they are coming to fruition, and you can start to use the to your benefit. But rooted willow readings, you do have to be willing to. I think you may have to be downsizing a bit and being willing to lighten your physical environment and things. You are going to need to spend a fair amount of time making sure that you are grounding through this. But yes, I think you will end up with that. But you do have to understand what it is you're bringing back with you when you go back to Columbia, South Carolina. So there you go.
Okay, great. All right, so we got a whole bunch more here.
There's a bunch for Val there.
Yep, I see them. Okay, I'm going to go up here, and we'll do this one.
Colleen, if you also want to pick which one we're doing, I can search for the other question.
I think, let me see. I starred the people's names who said just a name of a reader, but I don't see them in here. I thought I starred their names, but maybe not.
You're welcome. Yeah, Rooted Willow already downsized. So.
Val, are you working on Diamond's question?
You're
muted. You know, I was totally lost in Rebecca's reading. Diamond, okay, finances improve soon. I'm going to look at that. Hold on.
You want to do Rebecca's reading first?
Yeah, if I could, because I had actually went there first because I thought you were going
to. Sorry, Diamond. We'll come back to you.
Diamond, yeah, I will do that next. So it's saying yes, Rebecca, you're going to move most likely at the 1st of 2025 with the Ace of Wands. And you have a celebratory 3 of Cups. So in some way, it's really nice for you. There is going to be some heart ache from this because moving is always a kind of emotional experience. It was for me when you move from somewhere where you've been for a while. 5 of Pentacles, it feels like walking away from something that you may not necessarily want to. But at the end of the day, King of Swords has you really feeling okay about it. You're going to be taking charge, being a leader in everything. You're going to see your situation in a new way because you're going to see it as an opportunity, and you're going to bring some good things forward for yourself. I see great things coming for you in 2025. So just hang on to that and know that good things are on their way. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so Marina, are you looking at the starred questions? Do you see the ones for you?
I did. Just a second.
Just go ahead and pick one because I don't want to do what I just did to Val. So where she's
We'll do the first one, and that's from Krista K.
Okay.
How should I approach my reconnection with my son? Krista, the best way to do that is to listen without wanting to offer comment. You like action when in order to reconnect with him. You want to be able to tell him what he needs to do to move forward, what he needs to do to make things better, and so on. For the time being, stay away from that. Let him talk to you. Let him tell you what he is thinking, and especially how he is feeling. And just, I know sometimes as a mother it's hard, but just smile and nod your head and say, I understand that. I understand that. And then when he has had a chance to unburden himself, then you can come in with maybe small suggestions. But right now, he is too afraid to approach you for fear that it's going to be the same sort of conversation and argument that you've had in the past, where he says, you know, Mom, this and this and this happened, and you standing up and you taking on the motherly role, and, well, you shouldn't have done this, and didn't I tell you not to do, and what? Just let that go. Just let him talk. Give him permission to say what he has to say, even if initially it hurts your feelings. Just know that he is getting it out. He needs to get it all out so that he can then see what's important. I think you will move forward from that. I think you will ultimately get to a point where you're able to have a good conversation with each other, see things from a different perspective, see things from his perspective, and allow him those moments when he kind of goes a little off center. Just, yeah, more than anything else, just listen without answering right away. That's what I get.
Okay, great. Thank you. Cleo, did you see the question from Ava Dillon?
Yeah, I did. Did you see the one at the very bottom for you?
Yeah. But just go ahead and do Ava.
Oh, sorry, that one.
Yes.
Depends on where your dogs are at right now. Like if they're at the, if they're in the pound, the Humane Society or something, or if they're already owned by somebody else, or somebody else is trying to get them. It's going to be tough and it's going to be emotional. I think the opportunity is going to be there for you to try to get them back. But I think somebody else is also trying to get those dogs. I'm not sure. You know what? The dogs want to be with you. So I hope you do get them back, because that's where they want to be. I don't know what in the world happened that somebody took your dogs away from you, but the dogs definitely, they miss you. They want to be with you, but I think there's somebody else interfering. I don't know if it's somebody that wants the dogs themselves or thinks that the dogs haven't been cared for properly or something. But they're wrong. Whatever their assessment is on that, they're wrong. But I mean, maybe you'll have a chance to correct that. God, it's really, I'm sorry. It's just, I'm on the fence on it. It kind of, it could go either way. I hope that you get them back because they want to be with you. I do see some interference though. And I also get a feeling that somebody's lying about something. So now you have to overcome that hurdle. And, it depends if anybody else can understand that person's not being honest. So anyway, good luck with that. I hope, Ava, that you do get your dogs back.
Yeah, that's a hard situation. All right, Val, would it be okay if you did Diamond now?
Yeah, I got Diamond already. So,
Okay.
Diamond, sorry for the delay. You are going to have improved finances. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Right now, you're feeling a little bit mentally burnout after working hard, whether that is in your mind, working hard in your mind over it, stressing about it. But there's an opportunity, and they're saying take a risk with it. You know, if something is coming up with the Knight of Wands, and additionally, spend your money wisely. You're just starting out regaining your momentum. Spend wisely. Be conservative as this is building. But the next card is full on Page of Pentacles, which is about sturdy and steady finances, resources, business perspectives, and so this really is an absolute great thing coming to you. And Page of Cups. So Page of Cups is really about new creative ventures. So that again, financial rewards are associated with that. So yes, Diamond, it's looking great for you. Yes. Thank you for that question.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to lay out my cards here. What's going on for me this week? Well,
That's my Jeffrey.
oh, it is?
Yeah.
All right. So I get the Six of Cups and then I get the World. So there's going to be a remembrance of some kind going back to the past, somebody who's uh, known you in the past. And then there's going to be a closing of a chapter or a culmination in some kind of a something you're working on or a project. It could be a culmination in a relationship. Maybe this person from the past, maybe you had unfinished business with them. And by them showing back up, you're able to close the chapter on that, to resolve things, to have some kind of a closure. Um, it's not as earth shaking as it sounds. It does sound like it's some big deal, but I just think it's something that needs to be wrapped up before you move on. You're getting ready for a new journey of some kind, possibly a spiritual journey or a new path on your spiritual journey, that is going to be very interesting and take up a lot of your attention. Your relationship is super important to you as you take this journey. So, possibly this journey is going to involve your partner because the cards are right next to each other. So, usually, when one person in a relationship goes into a big period of growth, they very often grow away from the partner. But having the Lover's card right next to the Fool there, I'm thinking that it's the two of you going off on this journey together. And there's some good stuff coming up. We have the Prince of Wands. I don't know if you're a fire sign, but this would be a feeling of knowing where you're going, knowing who you are, staking your claim, placing your flag on the earth and saying, this is who I am. And that's really a feeling of confidence from that card. And we end with the Ten of Pentacles. So all of it is going to be building up a legacy for yourself. And this could be good health, it could be money, it could be good karma in your relationship, it could be just good stuff in your life in general. So a nice progression there for the week and a very full week. You've got a couple of three major arcanas going on there. So I would say that this week is really a big week for you. We culminate with this summer solstice this week, followed right the next day with the full moon in Capricorn. And Capricorn full moon is serious as a heart attack. So all this stuff, and it really, this is the card for Capricorn, 10 of Pentacles. So you've got a lot of good stuff coming on for you. Some serious stuff, but I think all in all, it's going to be an eventful and very fulfilling week.
Beautiful.
Could I say something to Ava? She said about the dog. She said it's a rescue. They're out of foster care in Tampa. You know what? Go to the foster care home or where if you can, and because at least one of these dogs is depressed because they want to be with you. And I think if somebody can see how they react when you walked up to them because they're excited to see you, they'll understand, no, that they are meant to be with you. So try that, Ava, and good luck.
Good luck, Ava. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so we've been on for an hour. If we go through any more questions, I'm afraid we're going to be on for another hour.
Yeah.
And I cannot do that. So, let me just say, okay, so I'll leave it up to you, readers, since you're psychic and you know what needs to be said. If any of you see a question that you just really have to answer right now, we'll go ahead and answer those. Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
No, and Ava says she can't do that. She's got to reapply through the website.
Oh gosh.
Darn it.
Because I
Well,
saw that would work. What you're saying would work. I saw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Nor, I have Nor's reading ready. If you,
Okay, go ahead and do Nor.
okay, so this is definitely something where if it were, he may be interested, but not the way that you think, because it's about sharing finances, sharing resources. And you're going to feel there's some kind of commitment or love interest. That's you really feeling that. But in the end, you're going to really need some self-care over this kind of relationship. You're not going to quite get what you want, and you're going to feel a little bit tied up from it. It's not going to feel good. And one of you has to let go of your ego control about the relationship. And I feel like, and this I pulled, it didn't matter what deck, looking at things, not quite, so many things to pick from. To me, this card for you means there's all kinds of things going on in the relationship, and none of them are based on anything that you would really want in your life. So it really is a signal that if you haven't started a relationship, something can look good across, the grass is greener on the other side, but in fact, it isn't exactly what you think it will be. And I would caution you about that relationship. And maybe you should start with a friendship first if you're not friends already. And think about that and get to know that person's character inside and out. It'll do you well to become friends that way first.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I will say very quickly to Joan Baker, reach out one more time to this friend. I think this friend has done something that they feel is going to be a disappointment to you, and that's why they're holding back. So reach out to them and just let them know that you missed their presence, and that you're there to help them and encourage them in whatever it is that they're facing, and let them know. And I hope that they can trust you with whatever information they share with you, so that you won't be judgmental with it. If after that you don't get any response, then move on.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. I don't know where that is to turn off the thing. Okay, thank you. But that was interesting. That was an interesting bunch of questions. So next time maybe we'll be a little more organized about this, but I think that was good for everybody to be able to pick their reader and get a question answered by their reader. So thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to everybody, all my psychics. You're wonderful, and you are the real psychics, I can tell. Just so real. That's really, really good. So we will be back next month, I believe. Let me just check the date so you all kind of have an idea, and you'll always see it in my feed. I always send out something to let people know.
Yes.
It's on July 27th the day after my daughter's birthday. I'm sure she's thrilled that I'm telling everybody that. And we will see you then. So for now, bye from the Real Psychics of YouTube, and we will see you on July 27th. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
Bye.